Hello all, welcome to the Testing Tools YouTube channel. I hope that the videos that I am creating are useful and knowledgeable. So in this attempt, we have also started this new series where people have been waiting for long as when is Selenium 4 is going to be released. Guess what? It is released now. Okay. It is released on October 13th of 2021. Okay. Now in this particular video, I will walk you through the basic things that you want to know about Selenium 4.0. Everyone would be having some basic questions like how do I start with 4.0 or how do I upgrade from lower versions of Selenium to 4.0, and if you are upgrading, are there any issues or complications? Okay, and what is coming new, right? So I'll try to address all of these one by one. So let's get started. So here comes the first question: how to upgrade or how to start? It is pretty simple as you do for any other Selenium version. So you have to go to the Maven repository and then look for the particular version and use it in your POM file. So I have searched for you over here. I have just searched for Maven dependency for Selenium. Go to the first link. And if you see here, this is the new version, which is 4.0.0. You can click on that. And then comes the dependency. For those who wants to upgrade whatever is the old version, replace it with 4.0.0. Okay, that is as simple as that. Now there is another question now. What will happen to my existing code? Will it break or not? Right? Don't worry. Nothing will happen to your existing code. You can easily or smoothly just upgrade your Selenium version from older versions to the new version. Now then next comes what is new. To be very frank, there has been a lot of enhancements made. I think this has been quite a big time span that they have taken to make this release. So let's see one by one. The first one is they have introduced some new APIs. Okay, some of them are like in the WebDriver they have added a new API called .new window. Okay, don't worry, I'll be creating a separate video with respect to each of these new enhancements that are introduced. In this video, we'll be covering only what have been introduced. Okay. So if you want to learn more about the Selenium 4.0, I would request you to hit that subscribe button and then click on the bell icon so that you will not miss any of the future videos, especially about how do you start using the new features that are being explained or introduced in this video. So as I said, one of the new API is they have introduced something called .new window for the WebDriver. We will look at that when I will be creating the specific video for those things. But just to understand what exactly it is doing, as on today, if you want to work on two windows or maybe two URLs separately, right? What you will have to do, you have to basically create two drivers, that is two WebDriver objects, and then each will point to the different URL or the windows, right? But with this new API, you need not create a new driver files. Now the second enhancement is about how to handle the basic and digest authentications that happen in the web browsers. I'm not sure if you have faced these kind of requirements, but I think there are cases where when we launch a browser, an alert pop-up for authentication will be appearing on the top. So those are something called basic authentications. As on today, there are different ways of how to handle those basic authentication pop-ups. But with the introduction of this feature, all you have to do is you have to register the username and password so that you need not write some additional things to handle the pop-up and all those things. Okay. And even if that pop-up appears in different stages of your navigation of the application, earlier we had to handle them at each place. But now with this new feature, you have to only register the username and password at one time in the beginning maybe, and then it will take care wherever you navigate, and if it was supposed to show the basic authentication pop-up, it will not show anymore. It will be taken care automatically. So I will try to create a video on this as well. If you want to be aware of that, please subscribe to the channel and be aware. Next comes a major change in the Selenium 4.0. This brings a great relaxation to the test automation developers. The reason is, if test automation developer needs to handle any complex XPaths, there is no single better way to handle that situations. Each of the developer will be doing in different ways. And whenever something again changes, you will face a problem of how to handle that XPath again. And guess what? Even to address these kind of challenges, people have come up with some plugins which will help them to automatically generate best possible XPaths even for complex XPaths. Okay. I think with the introduction of this feature, it makes life easy for the test automation developers. So what it really does, okay. For example, there are two objects. There is a label username and beside that you have a text field. Earlier, you may have to find the XPath for, text field, right? But now that is not needed. You can just maybe create a simple XPath for the label username, and then with using the relative locators, you can say that find the input element which is on the right side of the username or below the username. That's it. You don't have to find out what is the XPath of that particular username field. So that is how Selenium has introduced this feature. I think it will be really helpful. We need to just test and see will it really handle all the complex scenarios. Let's wait and watch, and we may have to explore more. Next comes the access to Chrome DevTools. Okay, this is something called bidirectional APIs that is being worked with Chrome browser right now, and Selenium is working with other browser vendors to see if everybody follows these bidirectional protocols so that it can be introduced in all the browser levels. But for now, what you can do is with Chrome driver, you will be able to handle some of the DevTools related aspects. So for example, in the browser, if you want to capture the performance of the various, the requests that are happening in the background, you will generally be able to handle those from the DevTools. But now with the introduction of this feature, you will be able to even code and access those performance related details also. Okay. And not just that, you can even like access the console, the JavaScript console that is available in your DevTools. So all these you can programmatically access and do anything that you want to do, right? So this is a bidirectional API. This can be revolutionizing if it is getting approved by all the browser vendors. Let's wait and watch for more. Next comes the network interception. So this is one of the concept where you can intercept the network traffic of your browser. There are cases where we will try to demonstrate where you can hack your application. Like for example, you are accessing your application, but instead of showing that application, it can show something else that you want to do with the Selenium automation code. Okay. And then nonetheless, they have also rebuilt the Selenium grid in such a way that it supports fully distributed mode and it works even with Kubernetes. So what they have done, they have also tried to enhance the UI for the Selenium grid, and there are multiple other changes that have happened in the UI side. I think these are some of the major enhancements that Selenium 4 has introduced. Aren't you excited to see all these new features? You will be more happy to see if I start demonstrating one by one. So these are some of the enhancements which I could grab from the documentation. If you yourself want to go and read and understand what is that about, you can go to this particular page which I will be showing you here. I will also try to leave a link for this particular page. You can navigate through this page and understand what are all changes that have been introduced as part of Selenium 4.0. Aren't you excited to learn all this? I am excited. So please stay tuned to this channel. I will try my level best to demonstrate each and every feature that I have discussed in this particular video. So what is it you have to do? Hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so that you will not lose any future videos. And if you're liking this content, I would request all of you to please click that like button and then share with others so that even others will also gain some knowledge. Thank you so much.